Super Miles here, along with, once again, my buddy
Leaf. Yeah, I'm here.
And you might be wondering what I'm doing over here instead of at the Petalburg Gym. Well, first off, while I'm explaining, I've got a couple of video clips to show you, which should be playing right now, as I'm just traveling back. Essentially, I decided to do some grinding and stuff, and while I was traveling to do the grinding, I caught a couple of Pokemon off screen, which I usually don't do, so, well, at the very least I recorded them, and you're going to see their captures right now. There's a couple Pokemon that I found, one of them being the incredibly rare Skitty that you're probably seeing right now. I have no idea. Essentially, it's just like, it's rare, I found it, I'm sorry I wasn't recording, so I just started recording and caught it. But the result of my training is, what did I name my trap? Did I even give it a name? It's been a few days since we were last recording, so I forgot.
No, I don't believe you named it.
I did not name it yet. So yes, Trapinch is now level 27, the same level as Rara. They are now my two weakest members, the other three being level 28.
And that's not even weak, it's just depressing for the upcoming gym battle.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried, which is why I wanted to do some grinding. And I also figured out while we were off screen, I also figured out something else that I need to do that I haven't done yet, that I can do, and that I will be doing. That was a really bad way to say. We've got another Trick Master maze that we can go ahead and do. Rara's got that. Thank you, Rara, for not dying. Okay, there we go. Rara made it through it once.
It's been forever since I've played these Gen 3 games. It's just, I'm having flashbacks and it's great.
Yeah, I know. I'm having the same kind of thing just because I'm usually playing Emerald and this is Ruby. Which is the one that I haven't played because I've played Sapphire and Emerald, but I only played the first half an hour or so of Ruby before it got lost in wrapping paper and never seen again. Sad face.
Rip in peace.
But yes, that's why I'm taking this route instead of going through Rust Turf Tunnel. I'm going down Cyclic Road because we've got a Trickmaster maze that I figured that, well, A, it would be some good training, and B, well, do I have to have a B? 9 times. He still says your technique is remarkable, even though I collided 9 times because I only took 13 seconds to get there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in real life, if you're riding your bike somewhere, you're going the wrong way. If you're riding your bike somewhere and you collide 9 times with other people, I'm pretty sure you won't be considered remarkable.
Yeah. So let's see where he is this time. He is in this dresser.
No, he's probably in the coffee cup.
How do you know I concealed myself in this dresser? You're sharp. You've come to challenge my trick house, haven't you? That's why you're here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Consider your challenge accepted. Click through the scroll there and lay your challenge points.
These were my favorite part of...
Oh yeah, no question.
The Sapphire and Emerald. I love these trick houses.
Okay, so this is the Rock Smash. This is the Rock Smash Trickmaster level, which only has actually, no, scratch that. It doesn't have only those 2 rocks. But essentially, this is a door maze. Step on the switch, and it switches which ones are open and which ones are closed.
Oh my goodness. That's depressing. That makes you wonder how long she's been down here. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting sad. Oh my goodness.
You gotta wonder how Trickmaster finds all these trainers. Was it like...
I think they're kidnappings now. It's a concern.
Drug this little girl and she wakes up in a strange house with a bunch of Pokemon to fight with.
I would like to think at least they're hers.
Yeah, true. I'll at least say that much. But yeah. By the way, since I don't think I've asked you, and this should make some interesting discussion while we're going through this place, opinions on X and Y so far, based on all the stuff we've learned.
Honestly, I haven't looked into it much, but I saw Fairy and I decided I like it. That's really all I got.
Have you seen the new Mega Evolutions?
Nope.
Call it Digivolution in Pokemon form. Essentially, there are some Pokemon that can have a Mega Stone. And if they're holding this Mega Stone, then they will evolve during battle. It's an in-battle evolution that only lasts during that battle and essentially buffs one of their stats to make them look cooler. One of those Pokemon is Mewtwo. We finally figured out what Mewtwo is, and it is Mega Mewtwo. That is its official name.
Okay, yeah, I did hear about that. Never mind.
More Pokemon.
I thought you meant something else. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just excited that not only is Blaziken one of those, but Blaziken, while it's not Trico, or Grovyle for that matter, Blaziken is still a pretty good starter, and I kinda like using it when I'm not using Trico, which is all the time.
I really like using Blaziken. I love the fact that it's a common ban in online in tournaments. That just makes me laugh.
But like I was saying, Blaziken is one of the Pokemon to get a Mega Evolution, and not only that, but on the day that X and Y are released, they're also starting a Wi-Fi event of a level 10 Torchic holding Blazikenite. Meaning that you can pretty much start your game, get to the point that you can do Wi-Fi events, and then get yourself a second start. Unfortunately, that means I'm probably not going to be using Fennekin anymore because I'm going to have a Fire type already. And it's going to
you can still use it. Just do your first run of the game as a Monotype run.
Nah, my first run were never Monotypes.
Are any of your runs ever Monotypes?
Not so far, but my first runs are all just legit use what I want to use as I find out what's good and what's not on my own.
Things that I've done on these games are insults to the creators. The fact that I play them wrong.
Yes, but do you play them wrong on your first run?
No?
Your first run
technically.
Your first run's always legit, right? You might do a little bit of messing around, but it's in general legit, like you're not going for any special goals.
Normally. I mean, technically, I've done a first run as a Nuzlocke. Technically, because I played through Black 2 normally, and then on White 2 I did a Nuzlocke.
Fair enough. It's still one of the Mewtwo games. That's good enough.
But I played Black 2 through, and that one was fun. And then the Nuzlocke of White 2 was just funny because I only managed to have, out of all the stuff I started with, my starter was still alive, but that was partially because I didn't use it very much. And then I had a Weezing that was the strongest thing I had, simply because it could survive. And I kept Explosion on its move list because I knew at some point I would use it.
Yeah, Explosion in a Nuzlocke.
I knew I would need it at some point. If everything looked bleak, I would just be able to blow it up.
Well, for those of you who don't know, because I don't think I've talked about them in my run, in my Let's Plays before, a Nuzlocke is essentially a special Pokemon challenge that essentially you play through the game, except whenever one of your Pokemon faints, you essentially let it die. You put it into your box and you never look at it again. And then,
it's just mail, you don't need it.
Yeah, true, it's just mail. But if it if it faints, it essentially dies. You deposit it in your PC or just flat out release it and you never look at it again. And then there's you're only allowed to catch like the first Pokemon you find on each different route. Or I think, how many extra chances do you get?
You don't get extra chances.
But if it's a Pokemon you've already caught before.
There are clauses that make it either harder or easier depending on what you want. Like if there's a I can't remember the exact name for the clause, but if you've seen something before, you have one more chance to find something else and then try to catch it.
I could have sworn it was like 2 or 3.
It's just one. It's just one. But yeah, they're a lot of fun if you're looking for a challenge on it. And I like monotype runs because I've always been really partial to water types, which are always plentiful. So it always makes for something interesting. Because I can do several monotype runs with completely different teams.
Yeah, and the trick with monotype is to be careful with your subtypes. So that like any of your Pokemon that are like you could have like Tentacruel for water poison, and then and water poison, water flying. There are no ends to the amount of water subtypes that you can find. Heck, you could even grind somewhere until you found the 1% Surskit to get a water bug in there.
Not worth it.
Yeah, probably.
Surskit isn't even good.
By the way,
when I played Gen 3, I had a Masquerain one time and I hated it.
by the way, just real quick, I got a yellow flute off screen. I was grinding on Route 113 and I got enough ash to get a second flute. So I got the yellow flute, so I can now snap Pokemon out of confusion without switching them out.
But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a mono bug type run of I'm thinking Gen 4, but I'm not positive. Gen 4, there are a lot of bug types, and Platinum specifically is the one I'm considering.
Yeah, I'm playing Pearl at the moment, like off camera whenever I'm playing Pokemon. I've been playing Pearl recently because I promised to give it to a friend, and I only need one more Pokemon to complete my new Unibadex in White 2, and it's a Baniri. So I've been playing through it just to try to get a bunch of Pokemon that I can Poké transfer over to White 2 before giving it away. But while we've been talking about various special runs and stuff, I went ahead and sold a few items because one thing that I didn't realize about not having enough room in my PC, or enough room in my bag, excuse me, is that I actually have to go back to get my reward.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Hardstone increases power of rock type moves, which that couldn't have come at a better time, because Rono currently has the soft sand, but it's a rock type. So, although it wouldn't be quite as useful because it doesn't have any rock moves, I'm going to give it the Hardstone, because I think it's also time to replace Trapinch's EXP share with Soft Sand, which will accent its ground type. So now everybody has a good item and all that stuff.
I'm thinking you're going to need a 6th party member sometime soon.
At some point, yes. Okay, so we're not ready for the next thing, so now it's time to go ahead and head back over to, now it's time to go ahead and head back to Petalburg and take on the gym, because a little bit of grinding and the Trick Master was what I wanted to do. Oh, and by the way, say goodbye to Mr. Briny, because as soon as you get the 5th badge, Mr. Briny is gone. Well,
he's no longer, he thinks you're a freeloader, and he's no longer willing to ferry you on his boat.
Yeah, I mean, he won't be at his house, he won't be at Duford, he won't be at Slayport, he's just gone. It's not that he's just at home, but he says, screw you if you want to travel, he's just...
I thought he was at his house.
If he is, I've forgotten. Because as far as I know, he just totally disappears. Like, even his boat is just gone.
Yeah, I thought he was just... I thought he just didn't give rides anymore after he got surfed because he didn't feel needed, unwanted, and unloved.
Yes, just going ahead and spoiling it because it's not too big of a spoiler. The reward for getting the reward for the Petalburg Gym is surf, and that will let you cross water, so you no longer need the services of Mr. Briny. Because whenever you want to go to Dewford or Slateport, you could just surf there.
Well, surf isn't the reward, but it's your new permission.
Yeah, you now have permission to use it. And actually, it is your reward in Emerald. Because in Emerald, as soon as you get it, like as soon as you get the badge, the person who gives you surf just comes in and, in a scripted sequence, just goes ahead and gives it to you. But now that we've got 4 gym badges, Dad Norman is no longer here, and instead, this guy is, the guy that always, what's his name, Clyde is. Hey, how's it going, champion-bound Miles? The doors in this gym open when you beat the awaiting trainers. Oops, the doors in this room are already open, so don't attack me. I love that line. They use all kinds of items. The door to the left leads to the speed room, the door to the right leads to the accuracy room. The room's name will be on the door, so choose carefully. And essentially, each of these is, I think, only like 1 Pokemon per battle, but they will do something just to screw with you. For example, this speed room, like this room, you'll, the entire place, you'll pretty much see a lot of the X items. Like, this guy will start off with an X speed, the other guy will start off with an X accuracy, so on and so forth. Meaning that this will be very long if we want extra experience, which of course we do. You actually have to talk to them, they won't just challenge you, but as you can see, the doors will be locked until you beat the trainer in that room. This is the speed room. You'd expect him to be very fast, so we're going to use Blade against him since it is a very fast Pokemon. Now, he's going to use an X item, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with this. Actually, no, since Mega Drain is special, I'm just going to use my free hit to get some damage on it. Since my only physical move is Quick Attack, so I might actually replace Screech at some point. Or I might not, because Quick Attack will probably end up getting replaced with False Slide, which is one of my favorite moves for catching Pokemon. As you can see, it's fast enough, that Delcatty is fast enough that it's attacking faster than Blade, which is of course one of the fastest Pokemon, being the fastest grass type in the game. Let's go ahead and use that blue flute that we've got. Wait up, Blade. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, you jerk! If only I'd gotten the flute that snapped Pokemon out of infatuation. On the plus side, Delcatty is now dead, so Blade has just gotten over his girlfriend. That was a magnificent battle. So we could go back to the accuracy room, but I think we'll just keep going along this path. The zero reduction room versus the defense room.
I realized, I looked and I realized I was wrong about one type when I told what the physical special types were. Dragon is actually special.
It is?
Yeah. Dragon is a special type Intel Gen 4, so I was wrong about that. I just figured it made more sense, but I don't know. They weren't really making sense back then.
Follow me, guys. Don't waste your time trying to lure my Pokemon's village. Which one? I bet he has something with like a clear body or something like that.
Well, let's see if I can figure out.
Either that or he just starts off with Safeguard. Yeah, he's just going to start off by using Safeguard.
try to guess his abilities.
Or a guard spec.
Wait, doesn't Linoon still have pickup?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guessed it.
He used a guard spec, which is essentially safeguard important item.
I think I have him pegged though.
You jerk.
Thought this was the zero reduction room. That's the first thing he goes for.
Well, hey, it's given Blade a chance to heal back up to full.
It's true. And then he kind of stripped you of that chance right then.
Yeah, although...
Now Linoon is packing a punch. I forgot that they could do damage. Of course, I think I normally had a Swampert by now, so...
For heaven's sakes. Just a little bit of experience until Blade learns its signature move. And by the way, I'm getting a little bit of feedback from your... a little bit of
Is it better now?
I would assume, but I can't really tell until I start speaking loud like this, and I'm not hearing anything, so I'm going to assume.
Okay.
So this is the strength room. So I imagine we're going to see an X attack, like, straight off. Ooh, and it's a Zangoose.
That's a bit menacing.
An X attack on that thing is going to hurt.
I'm not sure if Blade's gonna make it out of this one.
Yeah, that's quite possible. I may just go ahead and switch to Rono here. Yeah, definitely.
And Blade will level up regardless, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll switch to Rono. Rono can just wall this guy. Oh no, Pursuit! I should have seen that one coming. Luckily, it's a special attack, so we can't do that much to me. So this is the strength room. How about I just start using strength?
Yeah, Rono seems like he seems like he'll pretty much be the star of this gym.
BBD quad resist these guys.
Pretty much everything they've got.
He's using Fury Cutter. Fury Cutter is actually a bug type move, but each time you use it in a row, it gets stronger. Look at that. I quad resist and slash and still did several damage. And Blade grew to level 29. Finally! And Blade is trying to learn Leaf Blade. Its signature move. 70 power, high critical hit ratio. Essentially, slash, but for grass Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and delete Quick Attack, I think. Because while a priority move is kind of nice, Blade is already really fast, and... Actually, no. I think I'll... What do you think, Leaf? Quick Attack or Pursuit? Which one should I delete?
Honestly, I would say Screech. Just because it's not really benefiting Blade at all.
True.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll just delete Screech. Why not?
Because Quick Attack has its uses, but it's not gonna last much longer, I don't think.
Just a sec. Sorry about that. But I went all out.
I like the effect when the doors open.
Yeah.
That looks kind of cool.
Chilly this room. See for yourself what Pokemon await here, the sign says. So if we go through, we find that we have made it to Dad Norman. Now, it's been about 25 minutes minus anything that ends up getting cut out. Not that I think that much at all will. But because of that, I think that we gotta just go ahead and cut it here. And in the next episode, I'll take on all the other trainers here, as well as the leader, our dad, Norman. Yeah, miles out.
Bye.